So many times we have a need to create a API and execute the API with different set of data set multiple times. So it can be automated quickly. So for example, I have taken the Swagger example APIs, which are the pet store APIs, and this is a post request which will create a pet. So if I have to create 20 pets, I have to run this API 20 times with different data set. So for example, if I run it now, it will create the this thing and it will be in the pet store database. So now let's say that I want to automate it. So how can I provision the data here? So for data provisioning, what we can do is we can create an Excel file which has the set of things which we want to take as the input data. The title of the column is important, so that is what would be referred in our collection. So if I go here in the collection, I'll have to call it pet id because that's what I call it there, pet underscore id. And this is what I have to call pet underscore name, or it is pet name. I have to be careful with the names. So pet name and pet underscore id. Now if I have to execute this, so first condition was to put it inside a collection. Second condition was to give the labels properly. Labels would be the labels which are coming from the CSV file. And then to execute it, I have to go at the collection level and I have to say run. Now when I say run, I can select which APIs I want to run. So I want to run the first one. I have to select the data. So this is a CSV file I selected. I can preview the content. So this is the content. I'm happy with it. I can do a save response and I can run it now. So it will run with that data and that number of times. So this is the case number one. So now let's go to the case number two. I'll close all tabs and let me quickly run it one more time. So what I did, I went here, I selected this, I said select file, and I ran this. This time I have run both of them, but I'll not bother about the second one. By mistake I did that. So if we see the request header, request URL and all those things, you will be able to notice that the appropriate name of the animal or pet has been chosen. So if you see request body 908 and kitter. Okay, so that's what has been done. Now let's say that the output of these APIs I want to use. This whatever is the output. What is the output when I execute this? One of the output which is important is the ID. Let's say I have to use this ID in my next call. So how can I, so here what is happening is every time it is fetching the pet whose ID is 1. Okay, and if I do this, uh, if there is anything with the id 1, it will be returned. So with the id 1 there is something called doggy, so which is there. Now to get the id from here, from the previous API and use it here, what we can do is we can create a script. Okay, so this script I have already placed here. So what this script is going to do is it is fetching the JSON response and it is getting the token from, and token is a wrong word, it should be called ID. So if you see the response, it is called ID here. So this is called ID. So if I run it again, I'll show you. Yeah, so it is basically called ID. Right now it is not fetching this because I'm not running from there, but it is called ID. I know that. So you have to believe me, and I in the script I put it as a ID, and this is called fetched ID. Now this is a postman.collection variable. So this variable is available throughout the collection. So in the collection, can I use this? Yes, I can use this. So instead of using a name one here, I can use the fetch ID here. And if now I run the collection again, so what should be the behavior? I would run it again. It will fetch the ID from the previous one and utilize it in the second one. So let's do that. So I'm getting all those 200s, and once the execution is done, we'll verify it quickly. So let's see. So 908. So how did it get this ID? It got the ID because of the variable which we had put there. So it is able to fetch the data from this script. Okay, from the script, the output data it is able to fetch, the id from the response it is able to fetch, and the same response can be used here like this. If there is a need inside the body, we want to use again the same thing, double brackets, and we can use it inside the body also. So that was a very small demonstration on how this Postman can be used to rerun or use a test data to run your scripts. Thank you.